FNN News, the latest news with unbiased views. I'm Fishman, joined here with RedFoxMan to talk about the presidential election coming up on November 5th. RedFoxMan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Now, thank you again for coming on to FNN to talk to the people and the media right before the debate that we have coming up tomorrow. I wanted to just ask you a couple questions today to get your opinions on things so people understand who you are and what we should be looking at if people wanted to vote for you. So, Red Foxman, I wanted to ask you some questions regarding the courthouse building. I understand that you're one of the key members in building this project. You, along with Phantom Phaser, I am a veteran, Bingo Bear, and many other people ITR. Can you please talk about your contributions to the courthouse?
Of course. I'd like to start by saying I was one of the very first members to begin building the courthouse. I started with the steps leading up, built all of that. I built the entire stone frame around it. I also started all the pillars, and I've helped out a lot with all the roofing. And Phantom Phaser has done a spectacular job. I am so pleased with how the build has been going. And I'm just so grateful that everyone has come together as one to build this magnificent building.
It is truly beautiful to see ITR, all of us coming together, no matter from what district you are in. Everyone is working on this courthouse. It's beautiful to see. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of what we're supposed to be talking about today, Red Foxman. And I wanted to ask you, first off, let's talk about Angus re-entering the race. I know this is a surprise to everyone, but it's recent news that he is now coming back into the race after the allegations and the previous rally that he has had. I understand there's some policies that he supports that both you and Egan are against. Can you please talk about some policies that he's in favor of, like the MAGA Make England Great Again policy and the projects policy as well? Is there anything you would like to talk about, Angus?
Well, I really did appreciate his endorsement when he initially dropped out, but hearing that he's back in the race has been quite a shock. I mean, he can do whatever he wants. It doesn't affect me too much. He didn't have that many votes. But with the MAGA policy, I feel that moving the English border west into Buderberg is something to be disputed between those two leaders. That's their area to control, and maybe there's a compromise where it's like 25 blocks, or there has to be some middle ground if there's any argument or conflict. And I feel like a big reason why Angus supports this is because he himself is he lives in England and he's like the leader. So, I mean, I don't know. But with the projects policy, I think the projects is actually going to be a really great and fun way to build community in the realm, and I fully support it. Similar to Angus, and I feel like if we're able to fund it and develop the projects into something massive and something fun for everyone to do, it would really garner a lot of like stuff and a lot of community on the realm.
Well said, Red Foxman. Now, as we're coming to a close, I want to talk about the last presidential candidate we have here, Phantom Phaser. Now, I understand that both you and Phantom Phaser have very similar views, so I wanted to ask you, I asked the same question of Phantom Phaser, what differs you from Phantom Phaser? I understand that you are in favor of the Alex policy, the authorized legalization for exotic experiences of pufferfish. And I understand that you are also pro-immigration due to your Remlore backing on the Remlore policy. So could you please talk more about what differs you to Phantom Phaser?
I think one of my biggest differences is that in terms of these big community builds that we're doing right now with the courthouse, I am able to perform an action called the Double Ronderite Special, and that is able to like allow me to really easily build these community builds that everyone has worked on. Highly detailed projects, I can do it in a matter of minutes because I just have the resources available. And Egan, he's done a spectacular job, but I feel like for these big community projects, which I think the president is going to be taking a lot of responsibility for, it should be someone who can get them done quick and efficient.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Red Foxman. Thank you for coming on FNN and talking to the people directly. Remember, Ronorites, we do have a presidential debate happening tomorrow, November 3rd. It will be live on FNN. Link in the description below if you would like to see it live. If you aren't able to join us, please tune in. Even if you aren't involved in the realm, this election actually has an effect on those who aren't in the realm as well. Talking about immigration policies, we're going to be talking about other policies, everything that's on the policies database collection. If you haven't filled out that form, that will also be inside of the Discord channel. So please fill that out so we can get your votes and your ideas ITR. Again, our debate is going to be on November 3rd, and our election day is November 5th. So if you can please come out to both of those days, it would truly be amazing to show your support. November 5th, the polls will be closed by 11:59 p.m. So make sure you get those votes in. And right at 12, you bet that FNN will make sure to get you your results. Again, this is FNN News, the latest news with unbiased views. I'm Fishman, and you have a good night.